Welcome back to Simply Sweet. I'm Allison Gargaro. Today we're going to be making cookie dough bars, but they do have a healthy twist and there's no baking involved and only 5 ingredients, so there's endless possibilities. Let's get started. First, we're going to start with nut butter. Now I have peanut butter here, but if you want to make it a little bit healthier, you can choose almond butter or cashew butter. And you just want to make sure that it is already melted, which I did a little bit. This makes it a lot easier when you're mixing this all together. Next, we go to oat flour. So you can use all-purpose flour if that's what you have on hand, but I really like to use coconut flour. So it gives it a little bit of a sweeter taste and actually is healthier and has some less calories. Now we're going to melt some coconut oil. Next, we're going to put 1/4 cup of honey. You can put it right on top of the coconut oil. We're going to put it in the microwave to make sure it melts. Now we are ready to start mixing. I'm going to put the oat flour in first. Then we're going to drizzle the peanut butter over top. And then we will add our melted honey and coconut oil mixture. And this is it, guys. All we have to do is start mixing it. So once it's mixed together, it might look a little bit grainy, but don't worry, that's actually from the coconut flour. But once it turns out to this consistency, you're gonna wanna make sure that you pop it in the fridge or the freezer for a few minutes because you don't wanna add the chocolate chips and then they're actually gonna melt and it will turn into a little ombre color. Now that this mixture has cooled, we're going to add 1/4 cup of chocolate chips or however many you would like. I used mini chocolate chips, but feel free to use some dark chocolate chunks or cocoa nibs would be really good in this as well. And I have a little baking pan and I put some parchment paper on. So what we're going to do is actually just pour this mixture in. Now we're gonna pop this in the freezer for about 10 minutes and in the meantime we're going to make a nice melted chocolate topping for this. We're going to have some chocolate chips to melt on top. You can add about 1/4 cup and I like to add a little bit of coconut oil as well because it makes it nice and shiny. And when you go to pop this in the microwave, you're actually going to want to be stirring about every 10-15 seconds because you don't want to burn the chocolate, and all the chips don't have to be melted when they're in there because by the time you mix, the heat is going to transfer and make it nice and shiny. Now we're going to finish mixing this. It looks so beautiful and chocolatey. Can't wait to pour it on top of these cookie dough bars. So I just took this mixture out of the freezer. It is nice and frozen, so now it is time to put our melted chocolate on top. It's time to pop it back in the freezer. It should only take about 10 minutes before you can finally get in and indulge. Now that these cookies have completely cooled, it's time to take them out of the parchment paper and we're going to cut them. Now you can make them as tiny or as big as you would like, but it's probably gonna make about 8 to 10. Now we're ready to taste. They are so delicious. You get a little bit of creaminess from the peanut butter and some sweetness from the coconut oil. Oh, these are delicious. I can't wait for you guys to try. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below and make sure to subscribe or like my Facebook page, Simply Sweet Allison. Thanks for watching.